giving me the thumbs up that we're live. Tonight is the start of our new series, and this series is called Leap of Faith, and which is really cool. The guys have come together, I think it's 6 or 8 weeks, is that right? Yeah, something like that. And I have the fantastic privilege, I got given the privilege, of starting it off tonight. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about this thing. Now, if you can't read it, get some glasses. Yeah? Oh, let's do that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know what you should call it. Aspirations.
Yeah. Now, what I like to just, I'm just going to call it this. DNA. You know what DNA is?
Yeah!
What is DNA? Yeah, right. Okay. Oh, gee, we got excited there. DNA is what you're made of.
You're made of.
You know, now the interesting part about DNA and about this start of this series about dreams and aspirations is that dreams and aspirations are actually built in every single one of us. Now the problem with it is that over our lifetime, right from the minute we're born, dreams and aspirations can be a really cool thing, and somehow along the way we get a bit lost and they get a bit crushed, or we get a bit disillusioned, like we lose sight of some of those things, you know. I remember when I was a boy in primary school, and I can still remember it to this day, my friend said to me, "What do you want to be?" And I remember sitting in the bus on my way home, pretending I had the big bus wheel in front of me, you know, and I said, "I'm going to be a truck driver." And every time the bus driver would turn, I was in primary school with my mates, so you have to step aside, you know, I have to turn the wheel, you know, I was pretending to be, ever done that? No, that's just me. But I had a pretend bus wheel, you know. Now, it took about 25 years until I bought a truck, you know, and so eventually I had my own truck, and it wasn't so as exciting because I had to pay for it and maintain it and fill it and drive it and all that sort of stuff. So, but it was one of those things. I had a friend of mine that wanted to be a fireman, you know, another one wanted to be a doctor. What about you? Have you got a dream that you think, yeah, this is what I want to be? Yep. An actress. Lovely. Josh?
What? Oh, yeah, the male version of that actor.
An actor? Male version of that? Right.
Yeah, actor.
Yep.
Professional volleyball player.
Professional volleyball player. All right.
Yeah. Professional footballer.
Professional footballer.
Teacher.
A teacher.
Do you get paid for giving hugs?
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, getting paid for giving hugs. A police dog handler. Oh, that's
I want to
awesome.
travel Australia in a van.
Yes.
You want to travel Australia in a van?
Yeah, that's my dream.
Nice.
I'll come along.
I might have the van, the right van for you, by the way. Just to play for the business. Anyway.
No, like a van, like a...
Yeah,
not a
like
caravan.
a combi van.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a hippie van. Yeah, I've got it. You and your guitar.
Yeah.
Watching the surf, love it. Yeah.
Stunt pilot.
Stunt pilot. Yeah, well, you're on your way. Yep.
Be on The Voice.
To be on The Voice. Well, okay, good.
A professional midwife.
A professional midwife. Yeah, cool.
Graphic illustrator.
Graphic illustrator. Yeah.
Commercial pilot and world leadership influencer.
Cool.
Oh, commercial pilot and world what?
World leadership influencer.
World leadership influencer. You heard it here first, you know, yeah.
A relatively good guy.
A relatively good guy. You know, funny as that might be in today's economy, that's probably not a bad thing to aspire to, yeah. A youth worker? Yep. You want to go on home away? Home and away? Yeah, why not?
Infantry in the army.
Infantry in the army. Yeah, cool. Did I see one more? Hayley, was that your hand? No? Oh, it's yours.
A professional bed tester.
A professional tester.
And getting paid for it.
Yeah.
That's actually a real thing, and you get paid 120 grand for it.
Nice. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he was saying, I said, you know, the sign, the people that do the sign, you know, years ago that was kind of like, oh, if you didn't get a job, you could be a sign twirler. But the interesting part is a friend of mine, he pays his staff $57 an hour to flip that sign. That's not bad, is it? $57 an hour. I've thought about it a few times. You know, just saying, you know, 57 an hour. So, and I think I was in class, or it was last week, someone was telling me they earn $22. No, it was someone here. Well, I think it was Chloe. Were you telling me it was $22 an hour? Somebody last week was telling me they earn $22 an hour.
Was it Charlotte?
Somebody was telling me they work in a car. Oh, yeah?
No, for
Huh?
what?
I don't know,
I think
like a
I
cafe.
earn that much.
Huh?
Yeah, but I didn't tell you that.
You earn that much? You do earn that much? What do you do?
Childcare.
Childcare, so that's a profession. And I guess sandwich making is too, but anyway. You know.
Anything is a profession.
So I'm going to ask you this question, right? What do you think is more important? Making a living or designing a life?
Designing a life.
They work hand
Do they work hand in hand?
Well,
They
it's
can.
always harder to actually get them to work together, but if you try really hard and monetize your life and everything around you, you can eventually get so that they both come together in one.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Right? What else? Anybody? Designing a life or just making a living?
Designing a life.
Making a living.
You need to design your life to make a living.
Right?
Make a living.
Or do you need to make
I
a living?
don't know.
No, you tricked me, you
Design
know.
your life around what you make for a living.
Designing your life, I suppose you enjoy doing that more. Like, it's something you want to do, but if you end up just doing whatever to make a living, it's not as if you're going to enjoy it much.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? I've got friends of mine that chase this all the time. Chase money. And I said, what are you going to do once you've arrived? And they said, well, we just never arrive. We just do that. And I said, what sort of life are you going to have if you just chase the money? A better one than yours. I swear, that's what he said. A better one than
At
yours.
least you're happy.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to defend it. I said, that's an interesting thing. So, have you got a lot of money? He said, yeah, I've got a lot of money. I said, are you happy? He goes, not yet. I said, you know the difference between you and me? Is I'm happy every day now.
I'm happy with your mind.
With or without money. Because I've got a plan. I've got a design. And I wonder how many of you here actually have a design for your life. You think, oh, I'm too young yet. It's not true. My design started when I was born. When I was 14, it became really crystal clear to me what my design for my life was about. Money comes and goes. Making a living. I've done several things. Multiple jobs in my life. Thank you for that. So I wonder for you guys, when we look at that, frightens me every time, yeah. So I wonder if you've ever sat down and thought, I wonder if I could design my life. If I was the fairy godfather, you know, and this was my one, and I could grant you,
Slay it.
you know, I'll be a good fairy godfather. What do they call it, a fairy? I don't know. Anyway.
There are parents!
Whatever. I don't know. Says it. So, I wonder if you could ever sit down and actually just design where you think you'd like to be in the next 6 months, 12 months, 5 years. Sometimes 20, 30 years can seem like just way down there. But I wonder if you could design something for the next 6 months. I wonder if you could design part of your life for the next 6 months that was all about your control, what you were designing. But here's the challenge. If you want to design your life and you want to reach a certain goal, right, a certain moment, what are the steps you have to take over the next 6 months to achieve that? One of them might be earn a living. Josh?
Pass year 12.
Pass year 12 might be the goal right now, you know.
No, that's all I legit need to do.
Yeah?
For an acting course at VCA, I just need to get a 25 study score in English and then ace an audition.
Right. So let me keep going with that a little moment. So you want to go into acting school?
Yep.
Yeah? Have you
Hopefully-
chosen the school?
So there are currently 2 that are sort of on my radar. The main one is hopefully Melbourne Uni.
Which one do you want?
Melbourne Uni.
Why do you want Melbourne Uni?
Family? Friends?
Why?
Reputation mostly.
Reputation.
I've heard.
So there's 2, and you want the first one. You want Melbourne Uni.
There's Federation Uni in Ballarat. That's just
Meh.
yeah.
Right.
It's also in Ballarat, which is annoying.
Right. So you want Melbourne Uni
Yeah.
to do an acting course?
Yeah.
Is it a year, 2 years, 3 years?
That I don't know, but I don't really care how long it is because I'm gonna damn well do it.
Look into it more.
So what are you doing? What steps are you doing right now, apart from VCE, to get you into that particular... Is there a prerequisite you have to have before to go into that?
No, actually, all it is a 25 study score in English. and then you go in for an audition.
What would get you better chances of getting in?
Having a vet course done, which I'm doing. I'm doing a Certificate 3 vet acting course through the Australian College of Dramatic Arts.
So you're an actor already?
Amateur, but yeah.
You're what?
Amateur, but yes.
Amateur. Oh, all right. Amateur. All right.
Well, you
I was
can
trying to
say from everyone.
I was like, French or something. Did you get that? I was like, oh, I heard wrong. So you've got a design right now.
Yeah.
It may be kind of designed, but you're beginning to build your plan. Now, the challenge for us is if we have an opportunity to help Josh achieve that, that would be a cool thing. Now that I know that. So, here's the thing.
If you can hook me up with an agent, thanks.
What did you just ask for?
An agent representation, which basically actually allows
Come up
me
here,
to get
Josh.
jobs.
Bill
And,
is.
Come up here, Josh. I want you to look down this camera. I want you to tell them clearly what you're looking for right now, because there's 600 people watching you right now. So I want you to tell them clearly what you're. Now this is important.
Everybody should.
Breathe, because they tell us that in acting school to breathe.
yeah, no, that's what happens before you get on camera.
Nice, you're right. And action.
So, I'm looking for representation. I've currently got one, but I sort of need to do a little something, and that's making me nervous.
What are you looking for, Josh? Straight down the camera. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for representation. I'm looking for an agent, and if anyone can get me that, that'd be ace. Thanks.
Right. Get to it, people. You know, so here's the challenge. Sometimes we have this, we have a dream, but we run out of this. Do you know what aspiration really is?
Determination.
Hmm?
To aspire to be something.
Well, I looked this up. So here's the meaning, right? I thought it was something too like that, but it went like this. A hope or ambition of achieving something. The action or process of drawing breath. You ever done something where you go and you hold your breath because it's something so scary,
In an
something
elevator?
so adrenalising.
Yeah, exciting.
Hey, maybe if you're in an elevator with me a few weeks ago, that might have been a good idea. We weren't very aspirational at that point, we were more perspirational at that point, but you know. So the challenge here is you can't really do this without taking a breath. Without actually just kind of taking a moment to go, you know what's one moment when I want to achieve my dreams, I might have to suck it up. I might have to breathe in, regardless of everybody else around me that's sucking the breath out of you. You might have to hold your breath and have a crack at something. Just like Josh did right then. Because you know what? There are millions of people in this world that don't have this. And what they try to do to you is pull you back to a place where you don't have yours either. Why do they do that?
Feel better about themselves.
Bingo. To make them feel better about themselves, because maybe they stopped breathing. Maybe they stopped dreaming. Maybe they stopped believing that they could make a difference. Maybe they stopped just on anything and just settled for making a living. I got bills to pay. Can you still have a dream and pay the bills?
Yes.
Wanna? So here's the thing. I've got a couple of little things for you that I want to give to you, and these are going to be like little. They call them acronyms. You know what an acronym is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a word I like to spell out, right? So I'll get rid of this because this is so not important at this point, all right? So I want to help you tonight to have a plan of how you can achieve your dreams, how you can. Regardless of the noise around you, regardless of boyfriends, girlfriends, parents, I don't care what it is that's around you that's stopping you or blocking you, if you can take breath about this thing, it'll become part of your DNA. The thing I love about our two pilots in here is they talk piloty all the time, you know, and I love it. I love it because they inspire one another. What are you doing? How are you doing? What's going on? How'd you go with your what do you call it, the instrumenty thing? How'd you go with signals? What do you call that? I'm not a pilot. I was funny enough though, I was watching one of those 60 Minutes the other night. I don't know if you saw that. It was about that plane that crashed at nobody could find.
370.
Oh man, that was amazing how they researched that. But I was just astounded at what pilots have to go through. So here's the thing. I wonder what it is that stops us. And I've got an acronym for you, right? And here it is, right? Oh, yeah. Can you see it? How many of you stay in your bed and don't get up when you're supposed to get up and do your thing. You know, whether it's study, whether it's exercise, what it is. Yeah? All right, so I figured out something for you. Stay in bed. Right? Let me, use a different colour because they can't do it, you know? Here we go. Blame. Oh yeah, but you don't understand. But you don't understand my
You don't
life.
know what I've been through.
Yeah, you don't know what I've been through. Yeah, but I'm not tall enough, short enough, wide enough, thick enough,
I'm not
smart
gonna
enough, cute enough, whatever it is. So we blame other things.
No one's perfect, though.
That's right. So the next part from blame, we come up with excuses.
Well, I was just tired yesterday.
You were just tired yesterday. Yeah, that's what I do when I look out and I want to go for a walk in the morning. It's foggy and cold. I go, in the summer. I walk in the summer, you know.
It's too hot outside.
Yeah. Here's the one here.
Denial.
Denial. Next year, and it's not a river in Egypt. You always see that, you know, but denial. So when we stay in bed, this is what you'll do. You'll just dream about your dream, and you'll blame things around you. You'll make up excuses, and you'll just live in denial of why you will never get there.
I always do.
Why you will never, you always do that, yeah?
No,
Yeah.
I always get where I want to go.
You always get where you want to go. Got a Mikey card, that's good.
No.
Yes,
We'll
good.
get fined.
So, fine for it, yeah. So here's the thing, right?
See,
So,
you got the joke.
who can tell me what this is?
It's an oar or a paddle, depending on what you want to call it.
It's an oar! Yeah, a paddle's a little bit smaller, I didn't know that. A paddle is smaller, and an oar is bigger. Right. Or it could be something else. Yeah, so you said you liked that joke the other day, whoever you were. I see that. So, here's the thing. What do you use an oar for?
Getting yourself
Hey? To swim.
back.
Maybe not swimming.
Propulsion.
You know? Hang on, I can't hear nothing.
Propulsion.
Propulsion. Nice word. Yes. Propulsion in what way?
Forwards and backwards.
To move forward. You can stand up paddleboarding. Yeah, you can do that with one oar. Yeah. Balance. All good analogies. Now the thing about an oar is I've got another acronym for you.
Here we go.
See, this sort of stuff here is what they call below the line. This is below the line thinking. Everything happens in your life. Yeah, that's why I will never achieve. That's why I'll never have any money. That's why I'll never have nice things. That's why I'll never. That's all below the line thinking. That's in your DNA. If you believe that, that's what you'll get. So what I want to do is talk to you about what is above the line thinking. So you can either stay in bed or. Hey, you got to play that one. That was good. Right. So this is it. Ownership of what you're doing. So here's the thing.
It's an action and responsibility.
Yeah. Oh, it might be. No, it's not actually, but you're close. You know. The second one.
Accountability, damn it.
Close.
Accountability.
Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
I don't know what any of those words are.
We're going to either stay in bed. This will help you for the rest of your life. Trust me, this is good stuff here, right? You can either stay in bed, you can blame, you can excuse, and you can live in denial about what's going on. Or you can take ownership. You can be accountable to someone to achieve your dreams and your aspirations, and you can take responsibility for your life. So, again, like I've shared with you before, I could say, yeah, my life was a crap one growing up, so therefore that's why I am whatever it is. But you know, when I was 16, 17 years old, I decided that, you know what, I'm not going to settle for less in my life. I'm not going to settle, regardless of what it is. We had no money, I had a violent old man who was drunk. The house was a terrible experience. Living at home, no food in the cupboard, no water, no power, no heat, and I used to live in a space of this. just blaming other things, if only. And then about 16 or 17 years old, I said to myself, you know what? I'm making a decision. I've got dreams. Because when I was 14, it became really crystal clear to me what I was about, and I was not living my dreams. I was not living up to that. That doesn't mean you're not going to have any hard times in your dreams. Sometimes our dreams are nightmares, aren't they?
All the time.
All the time, right? So here's the thing for all of us is that we can either take ownership. What does that mean? For you.
Own what you do.
Pardon?
To own yourself and what you have done
Yeah.
in the world.
This means that if you lay in bed all the time or blame all these things over here, you need to take ownership for that. But you can't say, oh, my mum, my dad, my health, whatever. What about accountability? How could you do accountability?
Like once you take ownership and kind of like to control what, instead of making excuses, you like, you accept what you've done, but like you don't make it an excuse and you like change it the opposite way.
Absolutely. That is exactly right. When you take ownership for something, no excuse comes out of your mouth. You just own it. You just say, you know what? Enough of the excuses. Enough of these excuses. Enough of blaming someone else or the situation or the weather. You know, we look for the lamest excuses. You know, the cornflakes didn't have the right milk. It had the fat milk, not the thin milk.
We had no sugar.
You know, we had no sugar on it, so I couldn't have my cornflakes. So out the door again. You know, live in denial. Ownership, then, accountability is quite simply for me, find a person, thank you for that, find a person that can hold you to account. And what this really means, if you look at this word, I love this word, I hate it at times, it's the ability to hold you to account. Now, when my accountant comes to me and says to me, Phil, it's the end of the financial year. Well, April actually is the preparation for the end of the financial year. And he says, Phil, let me have a look at your accounts. I go, okay, here we go. Show him the accounts. And he goes, right, you're not going to have the ability to run your business or meet your commitments. So what you're going to have to do is change the way that you do life and the way that you do spending right now in order for your accounts to balance. It's the same for us in life. If we do not have somebody that can come into your life and speak honestly, I'm not talking about someone that just gives you grief all the time. I'm talking about someone that loves you enough that can walk into your life and hold you to account for what you have decided to do with your life. Not what they've decided, not what anybody else has put on you, but you. Ownership of your life. Because soon enough, most of you, if you haven't left home, will leave home. One way or another, you will leave home because either your parents will kick you out, or you'll just decide, you know what, I'm done, I'm out, I want to move in with some buddies, or you find a relationship and you move on. The minute you take ownership of that journey comes accountability. Now the challenge for here is a lot of people can be held accountable but take no responsibility. And the interesting part, I love these words, just because you can break them down, it's the ability to respond. It's your ability to respond. No one in this room does not have the ability to respond to the things that you want in your life. No one. I don't care how sick you are. I don't care if you've got breath in your lungs. Even if you can't speak properly, if you've got breath in your lungs and you're alive and your eyeballs are flickering, then you've got the ability to have a great life. Have a great life.
Just got to work for it.
Some of you will be sitting here and go, you're instantly in your mind right now, sitting in this room and going, yeah, but. Yeah, but. I don't care about your butt right now.
Might look good, but no thanks.
Sit on that, you know, because that's all it's good for. Because the reality is, the minute you start to say, yeah, nah, where are you?
Bed.
You're back in bed.
Yes.
You're pulling the doona cover up and you're saying it's too cold to do anything. It's too hot to do anything. It's too daylight to do anything. It's too nighttime to do anything.
There's a monster on my bed, so I can't leave.
Yeah, it's too boring to do anything. So we sit there and we continue this cycle. So here's the challenge, guys. Right now in your life, what are your dreams? I don't need to hear them right now. But this week and in this series, we're going to be talking about taking a leap of faith. Now, the leap of faith is an interesting one. There is, for some of you that have done high ropes courses, there's a thing called a pampas pole. Is that what I call it? Pampas pole? Now, I remember being a smart aleck one time when I was doing this Pampas pole with a whole bunch of fellas, and I remember the guy saying to me, right, you're going up the pole. And, yeah, no worries, you know, I've got this, you know, and he said, blindfolded. So I said, what? You know, he goes, yeah, you're going to climb up this pole blindfolded, and you're going to have to trust everybody else.
No.
And I went, yeah, no, I got this because I had all my mates around. I thought, I have to do this now. I climbed up this pole, and, you know, there's this little platform at the top, and I was a little thinner, so I could kind of get my leg up, you know, and onto the top of this platform, and as I'm standing on the top of this platform, it felt like the whole platform was doing this. And I'm yelling at someone, I'm blindfolded, and I say, would someone stop shaking the pole? You know? Who was shaking the pole?
No.
Your mom!
Yeah. I was so nervous, I was doing a little weak, you know, and it was like, this whole pole, oh my God. And then he said, leap off and grab the trapeze. I said, so what? I did a little more weak, you know, and the reality was, he says, leap off and grab the trapeze. So if you've ever leapt off, the trapeze is up there somewhere. Now I'm blindfolded, so can't even see it. He says, leap off. And I go, no way. Stop shaking the pole. By this time, the pole is like swinging like this. I am shivering. I was going to say something else. But shaking. I'm shaking like nobody's business, right? And they're all going, all my mates down, oh, you wussy, you pussy. And I said, no, this is it. And all of a sudden I thought, you know what? What am I going to do? Now, was there any chance I could fall?
No.
Yeah, there could be.
Why was there no chance I could fall?
Because your mates were there backing you up.
Yeah? How were they doing that?
Holding the rope, holding you.
Holding the rope. So I even had this safety net, and I was still freaking out about how I could leap out and grab this thing. So I thought, you know what? Stuff it. I leapt from there screaming. High pitched.
The wrong way.
Like something hadn't fallen, dropped, you know, the wrong way. Boom! Ask George of the Jungle. You know, so I leapt off this pole, and all of a sudden, this thing connected with my hand. And I went, got this! Oh! No, I haven't, you know, no, I fell. You know, so, but within a moment, I was reminded why I'm a fella, because they yanked that rope, you know, and I came down looking more like a Spider-Man, you know, as I came down like that. But for a moment there, I thought, you know what? I took the leap of faith, and I thought, I got this. And I fell, hit the ground, and then I said, no, I got this again. So what did I do?
Go back and try.
Went back up, put the blindfold on. No one was shaking the pole. Took the leap of faith. I thought, I got this now. Both hands. Bam. You know? And I'm swinging. And you know what? I didn't let go. And all I did was look down and go, yeah, you want to be me right now, you know?
Death grip.
But see, the challenge is quite simply this, right? Over this course of this series, right from the start, I want you to understand about, as our entire team help you move through this whole experience of how do I achieve my dreams. There will be some of you in this room whose dreams are just shattered. And you feel like, you know what? It's done. It's never going to be. You want to bet? You want to bet? If this is what you think, here, blame, excuses, denial, then that's what you'll get. Remember I spoke the other week about what you speak out is what you attract back.
Yep.
So here, if you speak out, I take ownership for my life, I want to be held accountable, and I want to take responsibility, this will become part of your DNA. It'll become part of your blood. It'll become part of the stuff that makes your blood red and bright and amazing. You are alive, and you live in Australia. You live in a free country where the limits are so wide. If you lived in a third world country, they would be very narrow right now. So why would you not want to go for this? Because we listen to every other little voice that's around us, every other person that's around us. If you're going out with someone and they don't lift you, if they don't affirm you, if they don't praise you, then I would just maybe have a conversation with them about, I need you to lift me at times. That'd be different, wouldn't it? And if you say, oh yeah, but you don't understand. I've had such a negative life. Well, stop it. Because you can just look up the dictionary, even on your phone, and look up positive words to say to my partner. And you know what? There's about 40 million. So take one.
Your love language.
I got you
So-
some memes.
Yeah!
Have a look. So here's the thing, guys. If you have friends in your life right now who constantly have to pull you down, or if you're the person pulling people down, then stop it. Because you're a na-na person, right?
A what?
A na-na person, right? So the challenge is this, right? You are, and I say this to my sons, I say this wherever I go, and I say this in business, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around. I have proven this in my life over and over and over again. I think, why can I just not get breakthrough about this thing? Then it's not just my friends, it's my actions. What I'm allowing my friends around me to speak into my life and begin to believe about myself and about my circumstances, about my situation. That I think, you know what? I'm going to believe this. And what do I get?
Nothing.
Absolutely what I asked for. Absolutely what I asked for. I don't achieve. I'm not successful. It doesn't happen. And I say, you know what? I'm done with that. And I begin to clean out the people in my life that speak like that to me. If you're that kind of person that lives in bed all the time, and you try to get others, so to speak, in bed with you in this space, in this place, right? Then stop it. Just stop doing it and say, from today, I'm going to make a decision that I'm going to speak well. I'm going to find a word, a great word. I'm going to look up in the dictionary, a great word to say that's a good up word for somebody today, and I'm going to find someone I can use that word on today. That would be amazing. So if you've got friends, remember you're the average of the 5 people you hang around. This doesn't change right through your life, even in your adult life, right through your life. Does not change. Wherever you go, be careful of who you surround yourself with, because the 5 people that you hang around will be the average of you. Now, I want to surround myself with extraordinary people, above average people, and very wealthy people.
I'll leave.
Because I want to spend their money, so the challenge, got that? So, the challenge for us guys is simply this. You can live in bed and just be cruisy and cushy, or you can get out and start paddling. Now, if you just paddle on one side, what happens?
You turn in circles.
You just go in circles.
Take turns.
Yeah. So, normally when you see somebody in a yak, they've got the oar going in both sides, all both sides. And then when they get into strife, what do?
They
spin.
No, they don't spin. What do?
Stop.
Hey? As soon as they go sick on one side, they go, yeah! So you might have to be that kind of person. You might have to be that kind of person that goes nuts at some point to get away from a critical moment. And that could be some of the friends that you hang around. That could be your family at times. My family was a crap one. Good people. Saw my mum yesterday, God bless her. She's great. She couldn't remember the minute I left. But she was a great mum. But didn't build into my life. So there was a lot of circling, a lot of going around in circles. So my last word for you, got one more for you. You want one more? Who likes Subway?
Yes.
Not really.
You don't like Subway?
I only like the
I'm going to give you the wrap.
Oh yeah, wrap
Right,
me
here's a wrap.
I'm gonna watch.
So if you're in bed, get out of bed.
Someone drop
What if you're wrapped in bed?
Or wrapped in bed. So here's my word.
Impossible to get out.
If you want to achieve this, I'm going to give you 4 things to help you achieve your dreams. It's not hard, is it? 4?
Nope.
Yeah? Right.
Look at how you take them. Right.
Write it down. If you haven't written it in your phone what your dream is, what your aspirations are in your life, write it down. Write it down. I don't care. I was looking through my notes of my iPad today, and there is stuff back in there from 2011. I looked at it and I went, "Geez, there was some good stuff back then." And what was amazing is when I looked at some of that stuff, I actually looked at it and went, I've actually done that. Ticky, tick, tick, and it was like, yeah, I had a real ticky moment, So here's the other thing. You're learning all the good words tonight. Repeat. Repeat it to other people over and over and over again. This is my dream. This is what I want to do. Why? Why do you repeat it to someone? Yeah, keeps it in your head.
Your auntie asks you what you want to be when you grow up at a family gathering.
Keep them accountable for what your
Yeah,
dream is.
it is that too there. That's good stuff. Why do we keep repeating it out loud?
Accountability.
Accountability is one. Might encourage us.
They'll keep reminding you.
It does keep reminding us.
You'll
Yeah.
do it. You'll chase it.
If you say something bad, you will start to think it. So if you start saying something good about yourself, that you might actually start to believe it and might show it in your life.
Yep.
And it could also help a lot of other people to hear that.
Could it help a whole lot of other people? Yeah.
When you say something over and over again, it makes it become true.
Totally.
We track back towards
Yeah, we're getting closer. Go.
Oh, no.
You never know who's listening. So we got Josh up there before. There's 600 people online here. All right, there's 600 people. You never know who people know. You never know. So all we've got to do is keep saying it. And the funny part about it, if you're clear about your dreams and your aspirations, people get excited. You become magnetic. People want to hang out with that. Every time I see James, James is like, "Dude, so good to see Captain, you beautiful man," he says to me, "Oh, just loving that," He's so cool, and he's so articulate in his words. If you ever listen to James, he uses big words, and sometimes I have to record it, go away and look them up, Just saying. Have you ever done that? Yeah, you'll go, "What did he just say?" And I just join the act and go, "Wow, that must have been good," because he's always a positive guy. So you write it down, you repeat it to others. If you don't write it down, you can't short circuit this. You can't go to the P, right? Well, you can, but different story.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the functions that everyone needs to do, Phil.
Too many acronyms.
I'm not good at an acronym.
Harry
You can't get away with my acronyms, can you? I'm getting these this afternoon, by the way. Always.
A would be for acronym.
Yeah, always spend time working on it. Yeah. Always spend time working on it. Right? If you do not, now it doesn't mean spend all your time working on it, because you have to live to make a living, blah blah, but you always have to spend time on it. And what that means, you might dedicate in your diary, in your week, whatever it is, I'm going to spend an hour. Josh is going to get the mirror out and he's going to act for an hour in front of the mirror, whatever the acting prep is, He might come to BB and say, "You know what, I'd like to do charades, or I'd like to do an acting at Red Faces that's coming up, I think, So, what could we do to help him achieve that? So you always got to spend time doing it. And you have to protect it at all costs.
I'll always protect you, Phil.
Thank you, baby. You have to protect it at all costs, because here's the thing. So I was 14. I'm now approaching 52.
Wow.
And in that time, work it out. Wow. In that time frame, I have had hundreds, if not thousands, of people tell me, "You still doing that youth work thing?" And I go, "Really?" Yeah, hanging out with your kids and helping them be better humans. How about that?
Helping them with things that you
Because
can't help with.
at the end of my day, I remember my mentor said to me, he's still doing youth work and he's in his 80s now. And he said, "I wanted to be a youth work champion." And I went, "Oh, something got into my DNA at that point." And I went, yeah. I align to that. So I hang out and listen to what he says, because he's still speaking in the young people's lives. So always protect it. You can't protect something that you don't know about. So you've got to write it down, you've got to repeat it to others, and you've always got to spend time on it. Whatever that time is in your week, if it's learning a musical instrument, want to be, whatever those things were that you guys all just said there, this is the wrap. This is how you wrap this whole thing up. But if you live in your bed and making all these excuses, blaming other people and living in denial, you've got to move over here. Because it's the oars, the only thing that's going to help you paddle upstream against every force that's coming against you, against everything that's coming your way. I don't care what age you are. I don't care. This is true for whether you're 14, whether you're 12, whether you're 9, I don't care, or whether you're in your 70s. You can still decide, because you still got breath. You've still got blood flowing through your veins. You can still decide to do something amazing. You can still achieve your dreams because it's in your DNA to do so. What you have to do is begin to make some decisions about taking ownership of who you hang around, who's helping you achieve it. You take responsibility for your actions and for the things that you speak out. You write it down, you repeat it to others, you always spend time on it, and by all means, by goodness, if there's no other thing to do, is protect your dream. Because you'll get thousands of people in your lifetime that will say, really? Yeah? Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
Good luck with that.
I was talking in closing, I was talking to one of our board members the other day, and I just happened to be talking about a particular politician, and they said to me, every time this person sees me, they say to me, how's that bridge thing going? How's that bridge thing going? I said, it's going good, thanks. You know? And she goes, oh, is it 10 million? Is it 20 million now? I said, well, actually, we're around the 40-odd million. Now, 40 million sounds like a lot of money, but if you're in the construction game, it's not a whole lot of money. They spend more than that on doing up a road. So the challenge is, there's always someone. Do you know what I'm going to do one day?
Prove them wrong.
I'm going to stand in that building, and I'm going to do my dance. I'm going to draw her name on the floor, just dance on her face. You know? Lovely person. So the challenge for us guys is there's always going to be someone, and there's going to be people that you maybe even look up to that are going to try and block you and stop you and pull you down and derail you every step of the way. What is in your DNA that you want to achieve? What is it? And how you're protecting it. And if someone has the courage to tell you what their dreams are, don't go, you know, be a person that goes, oh man, that is so cool. Look at the person right next to you and go, you are so cool.
You're so cool.
I was going to say that. I was literally about to turn around and say, sure, sure.
All right, let's go to Paris. Good to see you. Have a great day.
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Hi guys, welcome back to another BB News. We're here at our crew social day at Hedge and Maze. It's been an absolute ripper day. We've all had so much fun. A few of us got lost. We have WBAB in 3 weeks, so if you've been to BB 4 times, you're eligible for WBAB. So make sure you get around to that.
It's Tyler, and guess what? We're still going on with our 5-cent campaign. At the moment, we have about 43,015 5-cent coins, and as of today, Monday, the 14th of May 2018, this will be our collection day for the 5-cent coins. So if you have any 5-cent coins, bring them up the front and put it in one of these things. You want to make it so it doesn't even rattle, it's that chockers. Alright, peace out, it's your boy.
Now back over to Mary in the office.
Hi everybody, Business Breakfast is coming up next on the 24th of May. Get excited if you like to be involved. Click on the app. And also on the 26th of May we're having a tin rattle. And get inside and get involved. It's really good, a lot of fun. And I think there's a theme with that. So, yeah, get in, enjoy. Thanks.